Hello and welcome to this introduction to the ArcScan Insight 100. In this video, I'll give you a brief tour of the device and demonstrate how to use it. In the end, you'll have a good understanding of the processes that will empower you to capture images you can then use to develop insights about patient care. At any point, you can navigate directly to individual topics by using the menu. As I introduce you to the Insight 100, I will point out the various components that produce the highly detailed ultrasound images for you to analyze. First, the computer, software, and monitor, then the fluidics module. The distilled water in this reservoir is one of two fluids. It will be drawn up through this filter and into the scan head. The distilled water does not come into contact with the eye. The second fluid, which completes the full fluid pathway required for ultrasound, is balanced salt solution, also known as BSS, or saline. This does have contact with the patient's eye by way of this, one per patient disposable EyeSeal. The EyeSeal attaches to the device here, and once attached, and after the patient is positioned against the EyeSeal, this small cup will fill with the saline. The clear membrane here acts as a barrier between the distilled water within the scan head and the saline in the small cup. So you have distilled water inside the scan head, the EyeSeal against the scan head here, saline within this cup, and the patient's eye against the EyeSeal, immersing the patient's eye in the water. Third, the imaging module. In addition to the distilled water, the scan head houses the transducer probe and the motors that robotically move the probe horizontally and vertically on the XY axis and toward and away from the eye on the Z axis. We also have motors that move it in an arc motion to maintain that perpendicular position to the eye. Also within is the camera so that you can see the patient's eye while you're scanning, as well as a fixation light for the patient. At the start of the day, there's a short checklist to make sure the Insight 100 is prepared. First, check there's enough BSS for the first few patients. Then, check that the distilled water is at the correct level, usually at this top indentation, unless you've been instructed differently. Power on the computer and check for Microsoft updates. If prompted, perform those updates and restart the computer. Power on the device and launch the software. You'll notice the Utilities tab. You'll see that it is yellow until all the self-checks are completed. To continue the self-check process, we need to draw distilled water into the device. Fill the water to half. Until an EyeSeal is in place, more than half will overflow the scan head. Motors will calibrate. This is what we call homing. You will see that all the indicators now are ready and green, and the tab turns gray, meaning ready to scan. The first step in scanning is to go to the patient page. This is where you can recall an existing patient by typing in a few letters of the name, then choose from the list below. Or you can add a patient here, last name, first name, date of birth. If you're a keyboard person, you can move from the day to the month to the year by using the arrow keys. The software automatically assigns a patient number. Click Save. If you want to change the automated number, you can highlight the number and start typing your desired number. Again, click Save. Once the patient information is set, go to the scan page. You're required to select right or left eye, pre or post-op, and you can also free type in this field. Then select Scan Type. It's usually best to attach the EyeSeal to the scan head before the patient comes in. Very simple. There are tabs here that fit right into these notches. You are going to have two tubes on top, and The tube with the blue clip will go just around this instrument right here. We're going to close the white clip and finally attach the BSS to this third line. Now that we have the EyeSeal attached, I'm going to click Fill to fill the remainder of the scan head with the distilled water. Now you are ready to scan your patient. When preparing the patient for what to expect during the exam, calm confidence is important. I often say something like this. This is a very advanced ultrasound that gives the doctor detailed images of the anatomy deep inside your eye. It doesn't hurt, it's just cool and wet because your eye will be resting in saline water. Because the water is cool, I will put a numbing drop in each eye to make it easier. You'll be positioned against this EyeSeal. You can see that the EyeSeal looks like a swim goggle, intentionally, as it fits much like a swim goggle. The top here will be against the brow bone, and then against the nose, and finally against the temple and the cheek. You just want to have contact all the way around. In this case, of course, instead of keeping the water out, we're keeping the water inside the goggle. We'll also want the lids to be open as much as possible to get the best scans. I will help you get into position, and once you're in place, I'll release saline into this little cup. Your eye against the EyeSeal is what is containing that saline within the cup. Inside, you will see a fixation light, and your job is to keep looking at that light as best you can. You might see some motion inside, and it might appear as though that light is flickering, but remember, nothing comes into contact with your eye other than the saline water. The eye that is being imaged, it's quite comfortable, it's hydrated. As far as the fellow eye is concerned, you can reach up with your hand and gently close it. The actual scan takes just seconds. We'll take several though to give the doctor many options to choose from, so your eye will be on the EyeSeal for about 5 to 6 minutes. I think you'll find it easy, though different. Just let me know if you need a break at any time. There are two aspects to good patient positioning, a key to capturing the images that you want, positioning at the table and positioning at the EyeSeal. Generally, the patient should have good posture and lean in from the hips instead of hunching over. They should move in close to the table, feet flat on the floor. They can use these handholds to pull themselves in toward the table and to help them maintain their position during the exam. Raise or lower the table as necessary. A good starting point is to have the middle of the EyeSeal just about even with the bottom of the patient's nose. Some clinics will help the patient put an eye patch on the fellow eye, or you can instruct the patient to reach up with their hand and gently close that fellow eye after they've been positioned on the EyeSeal. Before introducing the saline, guide the patient toward the center of the EyeSeal as much as possible. They should lean in toward the fixation light within. Remind the patient that the top of the EyeSeal will be against the brow bone, then just against the nose, the temporal, and the cheek, making contact all the way around to contain the saline water. As the patient approaches the EyeSeal, check the camera view here. Ideally, the patient's eye will be as straight in toward that EyeSeal as possible, with their eye as close as possible to the center of this white diamond. For example, this would be too high or too low, or to the right or left. If needed, camera contrast and brightness can be adjusted here. In the camera view, also take note of the eyelids. One of the most important tips for getting good images is having the lids open as wide as possible. You may have to help your patient open the lids. As you guide the patient in, watch the positioning again in the camera view. Let the patient know that the fixation light should look like a white horizon. Then check for any visible gaps and confirm with the patient that they feel like they have contact all the way around. Once the patient is well positioned, release the saline into the EyeSeal by opening the line here. Some patients find that it's helpful for you to place a hand on the back of their head because the water's cool and they may instinctively want to pull back. Monitor the camera view. When you see the saline begin filling, draw your attention to this upper tube. Close the line when the saline reaches the edge of this metal ring. Allow the patient 5 to 10 seconds to acclimate, then instruct them to open their eye and find the fixation light, which is now changed to look more like a full moon. The optics have changed for you too, and you may want to change the camera brightness. There are two types of scanning methods. Automatic, where the software has certain defaults, and manual, where you control the centering and the placement of ideal focal depth. We'll look at both in this video. Make sure you've selected the scan that you want. For this video, we'll do an automatic cornea scan first. Instruct the patient to open their eye when they're ready and find a spot on the fixation light, keeping their gaze steady. Center the crosshairs on the pupil by double-clicking in the center of the pupil. Click Start Scanning. The ultrasound probe will sweep across each of these 4 meridians. As each of the images load, look for bright white lines, ideally spanning the width of this view. If one of the images is not of the quality you would like, you can rescan just that single meridian with a right click on the thumbnail. Then click Rescan. Next is an example of manual scanning technique, choosing the phakic IOL pre-op scan type. Enable manual scanning by clicking this box. Center crosshairs on pupil by double-clicking on the center of the pupil. Click Scout Scan. Now the focal plane can be set manually. Simply click and drag this blue line to the desired focal depth. For a pre-op pIOL scan, start at or below the anterior capsule, which is represented here. Double-check the crosshair pupil centration and click Start Scanning. Each meridian image loads. The red focal line indicates where the focal plane was for this scan. Right from here, the focal line can be adjusted again if needed. Check the crosshair pupil centration. Click Start Scanning. Any single meridian can be rescanned if needed by right-clicking on the thumbnail image and clicking Rescan. When you've completed all the scans on your patient, drain the BSS by opening this clip. Monitor the camera view to see that the saline is draining. Check air bubbles in the drain tube to indicate the EyeSeal is drained. Hand a tissue to the patient. You can use the same EyeSeal for this patient's second eye. When you finish scanning both eyes, lower the distilled water to half so that you can remove the EyeSeal. At the end of the day, there are just a few steps to take. Adjust the water level to drain. Leave the scan head open. Power off the device. Close the software. Power off the computer. You may need to adapt your technique depending on your patient's anatomy. Here are a few examples. If your patient has deep-set eyes or prominent facial anatomy, here are a few options to consider. You may try lowering the level of saline in the EyeSeal to allow the probe to move closer toward the eye. You may even see the waterline in the camera view. You can also drain the EyeSeal cup. Then before introducing the saline, have the patient reposition, pressing quite firmly into the EyeSeal. With the patient maintaining that position, fill the EyeSeal cup, sometimes for prominent facial anatomy or to address a flatter facial anatomy. In order to have the eye as centered as possible, you may have a gap on the temporal side of the EyeSeal. Hold the EyeSeal against the temporal side to prevent leaking. These videos are designed to guide and refresh you on the basics. As you continue using the Insight 100, your confidence will grow. We're here to help. Visit our website or reach out with any questions.